Did you know that you can literally start a business with $0, no money? It's not ideal for all types of businesses, but I'm Kalilah Reynolds, and it's time for another episode of Money Mondays JA. Today I'm giving you your business startup checklist. Money Mondays JA is brought to you by Proven Wealth. Visit provenwealth.com to speak to an investment advisor today and follow We Are Proven on social media. And Bulwark Insurance Agency. Looking for affordable insurance? Visit bulwarkja.com. Follow them on social media at official bulwarkja. Before we get started, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and click the bell icon so that you can be notified whenever there's a new video. Also, subscribe to my newsletter at KalilahReynolds.com/newsletter and check out the website where you can read a transcript of this episode. Okay, let's get straight into it. So, item number 1 on your checklist is an idea. Check. Every successful business must start with a solid idea or plan, and this will be the basis for the guiding your company's direction. One question you should answer at this stage is, what will make my business unique? This is where research comes in. A lot of competition will be out there, so finding the edge or the difference in your business model will help to make you a success. And the truth is, even along the way, your idea may change to something else, especially if you see where it can be improved. So when I was starting my business, I didn't even know exactly what my business was. Were we a video production company, a media house? Honestly, it can be a little confusing trying to tie down exactly what is your idea. But once you have it, aha, that's gold. Now next comes item number 2, knowing your market. Check. So what is the demand for your product or service? This involves finding your customers and knowing where they are. So you heard me say it for checklist item number 1, and I say again, research, research, research. A great method to do this is by conducting a market survey, and you can use free tools online such as Google Forms to help you set up your survey and then send it out through social media. I recently did a survey and collected more than 1,000 responses, and it costs me no money. Market research will help you to understand whether there's a demand for the product or service that you want to provide. So too many people start businesses just because they need extra money without first proving that there's a demand for that product or service. And this is why a vast majority of businesses fail within the first 5 years. So when you're doing your market research, consider the current size of the market, the potential share of the market that you will have, the purchasing nature of the market and how to reach it, and of course the level of expansion projected for this industry or this market. And though your research is not limited to these factors, this should help you to get on the right track. So now that we've established that you do have a potentially viable business idea, it's time for item number 3, finance and capital. Check. And this is where a lot of people get discouraged. So you have this great idea, but you have no money. Womp, womp, womp. And banks don't give loans for ideas. So when you're at the idea stage, your best bet for funding are literally your family and friends, if you can convince them, your personal savings, or if you need outside funding beyond that, you could try for a grant such as the DBJ's Ignite grant, which offers up to 3 million Jamaican dollars at the idea stage. Or you could also try for an angel investor through an agency like First Angels JA or other venture capital. They do exist even here. You could also take out a personal loan in your own name, but be very careful with this one because if your business doesn't work out, you're still on the hook for that loan payment. Now, another thing a lot of people don't realize is that there are some businesses, especially service businesses, that you can start with $0. You can sell your ideas or your knowledge, which is exactly how my business started. I started with just a cell phone and some ideas that other people were willing to to pay for. So no fancy equipment. And then eventually we grew and reinvested, and now we're developing our own production studio. But if you offer great massages, for example, all you need is just a little massage oil and your skill, and you can offer to make house calls, and then you grow your business bit by bit, client by client. Your service is excellent until you're fully booked and you can't even meet demand. So at that point, you start training and hiring others. Eventually, you have your own spa. So this is called bootstrapping, and it's the strategy I've personally used so far for my business. Okay, item number 4, location. Check. When you're just getting started, this can even be your home. It took me 2 years to finally move my business out of my living room and into a real office space. A lot of work can be done remotely now, so having a physical office isn't an absolute necessity for some businesses. However, you may still need a place for people to deliver mail or have meetings, etc. And there are several co-working spaces that offer these services. So for a flat fee each month, they'll provide you with a registered business address so that people don't have to come to your yard to do business. They'll answer the phone, they'll collect your mail, they'll provide meeting space and other services. Some companies in Jamaica that offer these services are the Hub Co-working, Regis, and Outpost Republic. Now, if you do need a physical space, picking a suitable location can help to make your business more accessible and also offset costs. So let's say you have a business which regularly needs to receive imports from other countries. Then you might want to be close to the port. Makes sense, right? Or maybe you have a retail store like a supermarket or a convenience store. In that case, you'd want to pick a highly populated or highly trafficked area. So what else do we have on this checklist? Well, item number 5 is company structure and staffing. Check. So deciding the structure of your company is very vital and can be determined by the funds and parties involved. So here are 3 common business structures. You have your sole proprietorship, also known as a sole trader or a sole person business, where you are the owner and chief operator of the business. Basically, you are the business. The benefit of this is that it's relatively cheap and easy to register this type of business. The disadvantage, however, is that because you are the business, you also take on all the liabilities of the business. So if the business owes anybody, they can come after your personal assets. Now, you can also register as a partnership where 2 or more persons form an agreement and come together to form the business. And then there's a limited liability company, LLC. This is a much lengthier process that involves a lot of paperwork, which honestly can be confusing. I actually ended up hiring an attorney to do it for me because I didn't understand all the paperwork. But one option that a lot of people choose is to start as a sole trader and then eventually switch over and register as an LLC. So each of these company structures have unique features like taxes and registration requirements. So again, it's important to do your research. However, you can also look out for an upcoming Money Mondays JA episode where I'll dive deeper into these company structures. So that should help you make up your mind. Now here's a pro tip. Once you've come up with a name for your business, go straight to the company's office website, orcjamaica.com, and check if the name is actually available. Don't start using the business name and getting attached to it before you can verify that you can actually register that name. So the company's office will allow you to do a name search for free online, and you can even reserve the name for up to, I think, 2 weeks for free. But this is where a lot of new businesses get in trouble because they start using the name without registering it, only to realize later that the name isn't available because if it's too similar to another business name, they will deny you. For example, I initially wanted to name my company KRM, but company's office denied this because they said it was too close to creamy, which is spelled Kremi. Now, I still use KRM sometimes as an abbreviation, but it's not the registered business name. So in connection with your company structure, the company's staffing is important. As the saying goes, no man is an island, so having a team can be critical. You may start off alone, but if you want to grow, you're gonna need people. So think about the essential roles that you will need. Recruitment for staff can be done through a recruitment agency, or you can also just put an ad on Facebook or LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a particularly useful place for finding good people. So that's it for this episode of Money Mondays JA. Now here's what's coming up on Taking Stock. On this episode of Taking Stock, Managing Director at BCIC Insurance, Peter Levy, told us last week that the Financial Services Commission, FSC, was planning to effectively ban insurance premium financing, which allows you to pay your car and home insurance in installments with interest.
I'm still not fully understanding their motivation. I think they're focusing in on what might go wrong, and maybe there have been a couple instances where something did go wrong.
Well, the FSC has clapped back. Their Director of Insurance, Raymond Knight, joins us on this special live episode. And later, the analysts weigh in on the latest market developments. The economy expanded nearly 13% between April and June, reflecting one of its fastest growth rates. Unfortunately, it's still trailing pre-pandemic levels. We'll discuss. And Fesco and RJR stocks are hot this week. Both have more than doubled in just a few weeks. We'll find out what's behind the sudden rise. Just a reminder to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share with your friends. Also subscribe to our newsletter at KalilahReynolds.com/newsletter for the latest business news, analysis, and a transcript of this episode. I'm Kalilah Reynolds. Thanks for watching, and let's get this money. Money Mondays JA was brought to you by Proven Wealth. Visit provenwealth.com to speak to an investment advisor today, and follow We Are Proven on social media. And Bulwark Insurance Agency. Looking for affordable insurance? Visit bulwarkja.com. Follow them on social media at officialbulwarkja.
Let's get this money.